quite obvious.
And what results are those?
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. This video we're going to do right now for Darelys Perez is actually cursed.
Yeah.
We don't really do videos often. We had to do a video one about 3 months ago.
Can't remember who it was though.
Yeah. But in our 300 videos, we've maybe done 3 retakes.
Yeah.
This video's been
415 videos.
There you go. Yeah. This is the 3rd time we've done this video, and for
415 videos. I had enough of you, man.
Yes. Crolla versus Darelys Perez.
Yes.
Andy Crolla proved a lot of people wrong, including myself. I thought after his injuries, when he was saving his neighbour's house from getting robbed, being hit with a brick, having a cracked skull, and all the injuries they talked about, I thought this is crazy taking on a world title fight in your first fight coming back. I didn't believe he'd get the good sparring. I didn't believe no one would take him seriously. And I thought he's going to lose. Andy Crolla shocked me. He put on a career best performance and should have got the victory, in my opinion.
Shoulda, coulda, wouldas. A lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas in the world today. There's 2 things, really, when you look at this fight. Well, there's loads of things, to be fair. Can Crolla do that again?
Yeah.
A lot of people have said it was Crolla's career best performance. Yeah. Can he do it again? He will argue and say, of course I can do it again. Now I've had a proper sparring camp. I'm not fighting the injuries that he probably had to fight. There's no 2 ways about it. A fractured foot.
To get back fit.
Mentally, physically, wouldn't be at his best. Can he raise his game another 10-15%? Was that the best Darelys Perez? My answer is as follows. That wasn't the best Darelys Perez. That was the best Crolla.
Yeah.
If Crolla can add another 10, 15, maybe even 20% on top of that performance, which is a hell of a lot, then I think we've got a very, very good fight again. If he can't, I think and I expect Darelys Perez to raise his game up another 10 or 15%. It's the reason he took the fight again. People might say, oh, he had nowhere to go. You do have places to go. You might not get the same kind of money, but you have places to go. You don't need to come back. You don't need to come back to someone's hometown and take the fight again. You don't need to.
In a fight you just walked out with.
Exactly, because look at Linares Mitchell. Linares could have took that fight again. No, thank you. I won. See, I'll fight back home again. So you didn't have to take it again. He's taking it again, and I feel like we might get a kind of Paul Smith factor where Paul Smith should have beat Alpha Abraham. It was a close fight. The second fight wasn't. And I feel like we could get that because I think Darelys Perez is just maybe a bit better than Crolla. And that's all it is, just a bit better.
Darelys Perez pulled a face in that fight a few times in the first fight. Like, I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, this wasn't part of the contract.
This ain't a guy with a cracked skull that's been good and hurt, and this ain't an easy pay packet. He knows now what Crolla's got, and he said, "Guess what? I was on point for this fight, and I still got away with a win." And that's a confidence builder within yourself. To know that you weren't at your best. And you still found enough to kind of get the result. For Crolla's though, the mindset. Guess what? I could hang with Darelys Perez. I should have beat him that fight. So now Crolla's got that motivation as well, saying, guess what? I can do this. The question is who implements their style first? Crolla made it into a tear-up. Darelys Perez didn't want that. If Crolla can make it into a tear-up and force the fight like he did last time, you have to make Crolla, or give Crolla an edge. But if Darelys Perez boxes, gets his distance, throws his better, cleaner punches, the harder punches, it's Perez's fight. You kind of wonder with Perez if it was more of a surprise factor. So as much as we say Crolla pushed it and Crolla done all this and Crolla done all that, you kind of wonder where it all surprised him. Because yes, we've seen Crolla do that before, but let's be honest, he's probably seen Crolla do it against the likes of John Murray. Again, not trying to say these guys ain't A-list fighters, but they're not top of the cream. You know what I mean? They're not cream of the crop. You saw what he's doing against Gavin Rees, who I think retired after the fight, and Derry Matthews. That's probably been his biggest 3 fights. Darelys Perez probably thinks I'm way above those. So whatever Crolla does, I've got it, and it shocked him a bit. And I just don't feel like you can shock someone twice. I don't think that surprise factor is going to be there this time. And I expect us to see, yes, a good Crolla. As always, Crolla always puts in a good performance, but I expect us to see an even better Darelys Perez, and that's why I feel like Perez wins this. I really do think Perez wins this. Don't go with your heartstrings. Don't go with your heartstrings, Ryan, and everyone else watching at home. Go with facts. See, when I put my boxing brain on, my boxing head, I have Perez winning this fight. But also, I'm a human being, and
sometimes,
and I've got a heart, and I like this fight for Crolla, where you know sometimes the good guy has to win. What Crolla's been through, the amazing comeback, the injuries, everything, it's inspirational.
Yes.
Yeah, and it will be a shame for him not to get the benefit of that in the last fight, and then lose again. If he loses this fight, he's a long way to come back. You don't get 2 title shots in a row, and then get a 3rd title shot. When you're with Matchroom, you do. Or if you're Martin Murray, you get 3 title shots.
When you're with Matchroom, anything can happen.
It's going to be difficult. The division is stacked domestically.
Yeah.
He gets his world title. There are tremendous fights you can have with him, with Mitchell, him with Flanagan. Sorry. You have fights that are available for him. Not to mention the other list of names you can list off in the division.
Yeah, Luke Campbell.
Yeah.
Stablemate, Cardle. There's fights there.
There's fights there. I think Darelys Perez is the better fighter, honestly and truly. But Crolla's got heart. He showed his commitment. He showed his dedication to the sport. I want Crolla to win this fight. And even though you're saying think with your boxing, I'm thinking my heart on this fight. For the first time, I'm going with my heart. I want Crolla to win this fight to prove that, you know, good guys don't have to come last.
You talk about sort of hunger and will, and I'm not saying that the British guys don't have the same hunger and will, but those kids in I've been to South America, and I kid you not, I'm not trying to say it's poor living, because it's not, you know, but they've got it hard out there that British guys can only think of. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I mean, look, we've got British guys over here that are millionaires without winning world titles. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't tell me Anthony Joshua's not a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? And it's not, don't hate me, guys, what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that we talk about
when you have nothing.
Yeah, you talk about Crolla's will and Crolla's hunger. Darelys Perez, you take that title from him, you've taken everything. Yeah. He's not getting no fights. Crolla's getting fights. If Crolla doesn't win, I know you said he's not getting big fights. He'll still get the big fights with Matchroom.
Yeah, he get big fights, but he won't get the title.
Yeah, he won't get the world title fights. But don't tell me that he won't get, you know, a matchup with Luke Campbell. Yeah. You know what I mean? Still a big money fight. Darelys Perez loses. That's it. That's it. It's done.
I'm not going to get another shot either.
No chance. Who's going to fight Darelys Perez on a voluntary?
So in theory, this fight is a make or break for both fighters.
In theory, yeah.
If Crolla doesn't get it, he doesn't get another title shot. If Darelys Perez, his career's over, those big pages are gone.
Yeah, so I think it's more make or break for Darelys Perez. Darelys Perez doesn't win this fight, he's done. I don't mean that, you know, in terms of he won't get fights, but it goes back to where you're getting 20,000, 30,000,
short notice,
15,000, short notice, 6 weeks fight. He's never ever going to get a voluntary. Yeah. Ever going to get. No, who's going to fight Darelys Perez in a voluntary? If Crolla doesn't win this fight, yes, the road back is difficult, but when you're with Matchroom and you need a Matchroom, look, they need those fighters in the 130, 135. He'll get fights.
If Crolla won this fight, do you get a rematch? Considering one apiece.
No. World title, Matchroom. Listen, no chance. Yeah. No. There's too many British guys at that division for him to get a rematch.
If the fight is compared like the last fight, and let's say it was the same fight, except this time we thought Perez edged it, but Crolla gets it.
Okay.
Just like the last fight, you could warrant a third fight.
You could warrant a third fight, but I don't know if the general public will have the same shout for it. I don't know if it'd be like, oh, I want to see it again.
It depends on the performance.
Yeah.
I think last time's performance was more shocking to everyone in the way Crolla put it together. I think this performance here will tell if it's worthy of that type of accolade.
Yeah, we'll see. I think a lot's just happened since the last fight. Flanagan's become a world champion, and a lot's happened. He looks bloody. He looks turbo.
Yeah, turbo.
So we'll see. But I'm going for Perez. You're going for.
I'm going for Crolla. I don't know why. I just think the good guy has to win.
Heartstrings.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I want a nice story for the end of the year for boxing.
It will be a nice story. But guys, what do you think? Darelys Perez, Anthony Crolla. Who wins this fight? Last fight was very close. Was that the best Crolla? Was that the best Perez? I don't think either was the best. Who can raise it a bit more higher for me? Yeah. Can Crolla raise it another 10? Can Darelys Perez raise it another 10? That's the question that's going to need to be asked. Who wins this fight? Goes down next week. Incredible week of boxing. Miguel Cotto versus Alvarez. Arthur Abraham's fighting against Murray. Yeah. That's kind of boxing nights we like. Yeah. That's kind of boxing nights we like. And this one kicks all off. This one, is it this one first or Arthur Abraham first?
I think Abraham will be first.
Abraham first, so great night of boxing. Who wins though? Perez, Crolla. Let us know your thoughts, comments below. Thanks for watching another edition of Boxtalk. Cheers.